First, I just have to apologize to Alex. I do have 3 PowerPoint slides. My hope is I'm not one of those that gets humiliated up here. So a couple years ago, I drew up a purpose statement for myself, and it was that I want to create beauty from chaos. And the thing that I love about my job, the thing I love about this work that we're about to talk about, is that I get a chance to do that every single day. And so I'm going to tell you a little bit about our journey at General Mills, but I wanted to start with this quote that I saw a couple years ago. And if you're in this audience, my guess is that on some level this resonates with you, and that's that we're moving from a world where people make decisions supported by machines to one where machines make most of the decisions guided by people. And I think at General Mills we're on that journey, and with the help of Palantir we're accelerating towards it. But it doesn't happen by accident. It takes intention, it takes commitment, and it takes the right partners. We started this journey back in 2019 with an investment in a connected data foundation. That's where we moved 2,000 master and operational data tables to the cloud, connected them together, and I can't tell you how important it's been to have that single source of truth that has accelerated every single use case that's come after it. That was sort of the core. Then we made an investment in a planning system. Many of you probably have, but if you're like us, you very quickly realize that a plan is just a plan, and it needs to be executed. Things change the second that it's created, and that's where intelligent execution comes in. That's what we're going to talk about. And that's where our partnership with Palantir, I think, is changing fundamentally the way that we run our supply chain. So we're building this intelligent execution layer, but we're not stopping there. The goal is eventually to connect that to our partners, so the ecosystem. These are our suppliers, these are our customers, these are our third-party logistics providers. And so we're already starting to bring in the external data to power that side of the model. I did want to just pause briefly on this design for an intelligent execution system because I think it's really important to how this operates. At General Mills, our supply chain is significantly complex, like many of you. We've got 4,000 suppliers in a network that feed over 200 plants in North America alone. We try to service about 1.2 million customer orders every year, and it's our estimate that our operational folks, those who are actually touching the orders, are making about 50 million decisions every year. Those 50 million decisions is what drives the $10 billion in COGS that we have, and it's what helps us achieve or not achieve our customer service, our quality, and some of our other greenhouse gas and emissions goals. What we're really trying to do with this is automate the millions of $5,000 decisions, the small but mighty, that we have to make manually today every single year. As we build that up, and this is the bottom part of it, the hope is that we're also going to create better visibility end-to-end for our leaders, that we can bring them options and ensure that their strategy is being translated to action at the ground level. That's really hard to do today. It feels like you're trying to tell people what to do with emails and Excel spreadsheets and all that, and that's how strategy turns into action. But there definitely is a better way. And so we're starting in our logistics space, we're starting in our raw material space, and that's what I wanted to talk about. So we started a year ago with that vision, intelligent execution, and this project called ELF, End-to-End Logistics Flow. And I will say the ELF branding was there before our partnership with Palantir, but it's been kind of a fun coincidence that came together. So we started with that, and I'm happy to say that today we've got a system that every day in real time is consuming constraints, capacity, cost of our network in real time. Overnight, it's taking a look at over 3,000 orders. This is the movement from our plant to our warehouses. And wherever it finds disruption, wherever it finds opportunity for cost mitigation, it's making a recommendation. This is happening automatically. Those recommendations go to people today. Eventually, we want to take them off the loop. And over 70% of those changes, those recommendations are being accepted. That means that in 70% of the time, the machine is beating or exceeding what a human can do, which is not terribly surprising. But we still need that human element for now until we build the trust. But we're very close to, I think, that threshold for automation where you can start turning those decisions over directly to the machine. And it's showing real results. I mean, we're saving on average about $40,000 a day, which, if you're keeping track, that's about $14 million annually. And it's really only deployed to part of our network as we speak. We were able to build this capability in just a couple months and deploy it because of that investment in connected data, because of the power of Foundry and Palantir from a platform standpoint. And it's resulting in decision speed, fewer touches, and eventually lower greenhouse gas. I did want to say we're learning a ton on this journey, too, about change management. the cultural shift that's needed to implement automation at scale. We're starting to build standardized adoption metrics. We're starting to upskill people and reskill for a different way of working. And we're installing change champions in every place. I think that's critically important to it. And I would say Foundry's impact of this is really powerful because real time you can see the impact of the decisions, but you can also see the impact of the decisions you didn't make. And that can be really powerful for change management from a leadership standpoint. So I'm super excited for the work that we're doing. I'm super excited for the work that we're going to do. I'm pulling for all of you on your journeys, and I offer you to reach out if you want to go on that journey together. Thank you.